Hello everyone, this is Oblivion and welcome back to another episode of Liminal Industries. So in the last episode we set this up. Obviously I don't have that much sulfur, but as you'll see we're in step 65 out of 100. So this will just run in the background and fill up. Additionally, between episodes I switched over from the LV wire coils to this universal cable, which is actually much better. It's also really cheap, steel and redstone. It also means that I can set up way more alternators. I'm pretty sure this cable supports about like 14 alternators, so having 8 here is good enough for now. It also means that all these machines are powered pretty well. Additionally, I have some extra gold dust that I could smelt up. So in this episode, I basically picked out the eyes that I want to work on. So I want to get the rogue eye, which is just a Enderman summon. So I got some extra moderate soul gems. We want to make sure that we're working on this pizza. So we got to get this cheese rolling. So if I go chuck this in here, I might need another honeycomb. I'm not sure. This is all stuff for the cryptic eye because I have a plan. I have a plan to use drills to get all my books. So, can I just take this out? There we go. So, I'm pretty sure I need to let this ripen. So I'm just going to leave that there and then come back later. That'll be for delivering pizzas to the elves. Additionally, we want to do the cold eye and also the rogue eye. So let's do that Enderman summon first. Do I have any spare soul vials? Yes, I do. So we should be able to do the Enderman summon with a ender dust, end stone, and then 2 of these, and the charcoal. Do I have my charcoal on me? There it is. And then 1, 2. And I should be able to do, oop, not that, this. And then we can put him in the bottle. This chicken. Alright, so there's that one. The other one that we could do is the undead one. So, we need a fermented spider eye, which is brown mushroom, spider eye, and sugar. So we can just do that here. We also need essence of death and a wraith heart. So I made an extra shadow gem. We got wraith hearts a while ago. And we need 1 of each of the gems, and we need a undeath potion. I don't know if I want to make 3. I think I'm just going to make 1. So we put this in here. And then we get some awkward potions. Actually, we might as well make 3 awkward potions, because we might need some more for the, what is it, poison potion? If I get my essence of death out, I'm pretty sure I need 2 of those. Do I have any lesser soul gems? I do. So we can take these awkward potions out and use them later. How many? It looks like I'm gonna need some more hands. Hand. Stone hand. There we go. So we're gonna need that many, and then this, like that. So the potion goes in there. We need 1 of each of these gems. 1, 2, 3. We need a shadow gem, a wraith heart. What was the last item? Essence of death. And then the thing in the middle is the spider eye. There we go. And this should give us the undead eye. Let's throw this egg. Also, why are all of the animals crowding around? There we go. So that's one more eye done. Next thing that we could probably work on would be the wither eye. So maybe we could do that. That requires, if I go in here, with the skeletons, it requires coal. I'm pretty sure that the oil setup produces coal. So I haven't requested that. That's one of the things that I forgot to do. We do have some coal, so we can request that. Oh, we already have some. Okay. So let's do the 3 summons of that. I might not have enough for 3 summons. Let's do one of these guys, moderate soul gems. We want to put these in there. Actually, we don't have enough for extra moderate soul gems. Okay. Let's just hope that we get 2 skulls from one of the skeletons, which is unlikely, but it is possible. And then we need a stone sword. There we go. We should be able to do this. And then, where's my cleaver? There it is. Oop. There's one skull. I might cut away if we need the last one, because I have to go to one of the skulk spiders and kill one of those for the spider eyes. Where's... Nope, this. And then, where's my flint and flint? There it is. One of the cows died. So chuck that in there. There we go. So I'm going to cut away and we'll be back when I have the last moderate soul gem that I need. Alright, that only took a moment. It was literally the first spider that I killed. Also, for the record, the spider spawners are over past where I did the copper and zinc setup. So there's my last moderate soul gem. If I chuck this in here, I put that in there. I grab my charcoal, and then I grab a stone sword. There we go. Then we should be able to summon the wither to get the wither eye. We're working on the pizza eye, and then we'll get the rogue eye, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. I don't think I'm going to show killing, well, capturing, what is it, 250 snow golems. That wouldn't be very interesting to watch. So, let's go do the rogue eye. Also, I did a little more preparation in terms of capacitors. So I made some, what is it, energized things. So if I go to my backpack, capacitor, we need 2 of these, which means that we need 4 of those, right? What am I missing? Gold nuggets, probably. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're missing charcoal dust, so we need some of that. That's interesting. Where do you... Enrichment chamber. Okay, interesting. Actually, that makes carbon, doesn't it? I need actual sawdust. Do I have any sawdust? I don't think so. I wonder. I know there's sawdust in this thing. Now, how do I get it out? Wool, item filter, sawdust. There we go. And then I should be able to do this. There's my 1 stack of sawdust. I might have already had it in my inventory. I did. So we should be able to put 16, yep, to make the two, what is it, coke dust? Capacitor. Where's my time in the bottle? Nope, that is not a time in the bottle. There we go. And then we can do this, and then we can do this, if I have a block of glowstone. Awesome. And now I want to put it in here, because this one is going to be the thing that's slow in terms of doing all of my, what is it, snowman souls. So I want one of these. Whenever I shift click, for some reason it misses. So put those away, put that away. Then I chuck this in there. Is it running? It is not running. Store 10 levels. Sure. There we go. There's one more eye. The next eye that we want to do, as I said, was going to be this, and then hopper. Like this, and then like, I don't know, that. Now, what I want to do is I want a box. And then we can fill this with snow. And then we should be able to grab all of our pumpkins and my shears. There it is. I should really put a ladder in here. Oops. Okay. Now that should be there, and then all we need to do is put these in, which I guess I could just do this, right? Yep, that works. And then I have blizz cubes, and then I can just come over here, make more snowmen, and then do that over and over. Alright, so I'll be working on the cold eye probably between episodes. Now, what we want to do to finish the episode is probably just kill the wither, right? Yeah, sure. In theory, the backroom blocks are indestructible, right? I should be able to just put his head in the ceiling, and then he won't be able to move. That does sound like a plan. So what am I missing? Soul sand with the skulls, sword. I don't think I'm missing anything really. Maybe I should do it in a room which is away from everything though. Hook onto this. Let's go over here. Let's go over this way. No, not there. Let's go like up here. And then all I should need to do is this, I think. No, he shouldn't be able to move. Easy. And we even got 2. Okay. Now, how much time have we spent this episode? Really not much time at all. Okay, I guess that means that we've got time to spend on automating the other eyes. So, I think the next one will be beer, maybe? If I go over here, do I have enough wheat? Here's a whole bunch of wheat. Alright. The chickens want my attention because I'm holding seeds. Oops. There we go. So I have basically all the wheat and what's it I need? The cheese isn't ripe yet. That's right, I was going to do beer. So, if I want to do beer... Actually, that doesn't have a pipe connected. Where is my pipe, speaking of? Here they are. That's interesting. Why does that have a problem? Is there water in this pipe? No. Strange. Maybe there is water in that pipe. No, I don't think it is. Beer? Allow list? Strange. Do I have to like break all the pipes and replace them? I hope not. Why is that a problem? Do each of these need to have like a filter fluid? It's kind of strange. I'm gonna go to a test world and figure this out. Alright, so it turns out that the create pipes can't really deal with the multiple fluids in barrels. So you gotta use the fluid ducts and then you can put blacklists on the fluid. Which means that I should be able to go through and just add some of this manually to each of the barrels. So, if I have 15 barrels, I should be able to put like 3 in each. What's that, 45? Maybe I need more than that. It takes 8 minutes per. So 8 by 6. It's 48 minutes, which is not bad. Six by 15 is what as well? Oops. It's 90. Which means that I'm not putting enough in. Maybe I need to put 7 in some of these. Is that all the wheat I have? Yes. Okay, well, I'll also probably put some more in between episodes. How is my snow golems going? This is empty. Okay. We want to do some more. Let's get my shears out. Okay. Check all these guys in the chest. Do one more. Cool. What's next? So we're working on the cold eye, working on the magical eye, we have the rogue eye, we have the wither eye, we have the undead eye, cryptic eye. That is something that we could spend 10 minutes on. So what I wanted to do was make a huge contraption. So I need to dump some stuff from this. What else don't I need? Let's put that in there. Alright, so let's grab out 6 and 1 drill. So we want a bunch of these. Is that 6? I think so. Yep. Then we can do this and chuck this on here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Do I have any spare deployers? Deployer. And then this. Nope. And 2. 1, 2. Very nice. Let's put these away. That away. Let's get our cart contraption out. Powered rails would be nice, but we actually don't need powered rails. We could just use a furnace minecart. Don't need this in my inventory. Probably don't need those in my inventory. So contraption, this, we need super glue, and we need a bunch of chests. So each chest holds 57 items. So, no, 54 items. So if we round down to 50 items, and we need 300 books, that means that we need, what? 6 double chests of, what is it, enchanted books. We'll also need a brass funnel and a filter to get rid of anything that's not an enchanted book. So, the real question is, how tall do we want to do this? Because it looks like there's enchanted books in more than just the first layer. So if we do it 4 high, are any of these ones enchanted books? No. So all of the enchanted books in the first layer? So it looks like 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's enchanted books up here too. Do I want to build a contraption? Because there's a whole bunch of items that's going to be on the floor. Maybe I should just run around and do it manually. Not sure. Because I need a way to void the books that I don't want, right? Is there a way to do voiding on a contraption? I think I'm gonna stop here, and then I will be back when I fill all of these chests with enchanted books. That's only 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8 double chests. I need 12 double chests, right? Nine, 10, 11, 12. There we go. So I will be back when all of these are full of books. Actually, I have a change of plan because I've heard that sometimes the what is it? The experience things, in theory it's meant to be 300, but apparently you can get it earlier than 300. So instead of putting them all in chests, I think I'm just going to click it on this. And we'll be back when I get the eye. And we are back. I did get a little carried away. I basically emptied out both my backpacks and then was using them to collect stuff. I ended up collecting more double chests than I needed. But anyways, we have the cryptic eye now. So I think the last thing that I wanted to work on this episode was chucking a whole bunch of glass into these mana pools. So if I grab my wand, yep, these pools are full. Let's make sure that all of the flowers are running. So now we can hopefully chuck our, I think it's 15 stacks of glass or something. I don't know what I'm going to use all those drills for, but anyways. So that's all of the glass that I need. Very nice. And all I'm going to do is just dump stacks and stacks into the pools and stacks into the portal. And then hopefully I will have all of the Lumicine that I need, I guess. It's interesting. Kind of skates across like ice. Now let's chuck a bunch of this into the portal. There we go. Should be able to chuck more of this in here. And we crashed. Alright, we are back. But where are we at? Okay, so we're getting our elf glass. Very nice. We want to do the rest of our glass. Let's do some more over in these pools. I should probably craft a vacuumulator. That might be handy. Did I? My glass went in here. So how do I craft a vacuumulator? That is not the one that I was looking for. Vacuumulator. This one. I have no iron. That's strange. My glass. Okay. Now let's chuck a bunch of this in there and then go upstairs and grab some iron so we can make a vacuumulator. And then hopefully we can set a filter on it. I think we have iron in here actually. Accumulator. We want one of these, we want one of these, and we want one of these. Very nice. We can chuck that in there. I probably want to do like barrel, shoot. There we go. And then augment. Do I need a filter? Item filter, ender IO filter. This is a thermal thing, right? So I need signalum. How do I get signalum? Maybe I shouldn't worry about it. I just chucked out alpha glass again. So if I stand back, this will pick it up. Yep. Okay, cool. Chuck that in there. Is this not picking all of it up? It's not. Maybe I need to make it lower. There we go. That's better. Mana glass, chuck that in there. Alright. I mean, I should be able to turn all of this into glass of the Bifrost. Bifrost? There it is. This is what we want, right? Melt it down into Limousin. Yep. Alright. So, what I will start on just at the end of this episode is setting up the magma crucibles required to melt everything down. So, how much of this do we need? Limousin. We need Evil Eye. We need 1,000 buckets. No, 100 buckets. Which is a reasonably sized tank. I think magma crucibles are actually a little annoying to make because you need, what is it? The water rune. Anyways. I don't know if I'll actually set that up this episode. I might even set it up between episodes because it's not that interesting just chucking a bunch of glass into a magma crucible. Let's have a check on our cheese. We have a flaxen cheese wheel, which is very nice. That means that we should be able to deliver some pizza to the elves. Do I have a knife? I don't have a knife. That's interesting. I thought I would. Let's do this and this. And then I should be able to do this, right? Use. I need a chopping board. Okay. Let's make some pizza. Where is my chopping board? Do I have a chopping board in here? I don't. It's strange. You'd think after this many hours you'd have one. Here we go. Then we have the cheese. Pizza. So we need some kind of food, some kind of topping. Tomato sauce, which looks like I need to actually cook some. Okay, so bowl. Is it just one bowl for tomato sauce? Yes, one bowl, 2 tomatoes. Let's go get some tomatoes from the farm. I think you can also use carrots as the topping. So we got some tomatoes, we got some carrots. Let's chuck this in here. Nope, come on. There we go. Bowl, mixer is right there. Tomato sauce. Okay, that's interesting. So, actually, so it made the tomato sauce, but it didn't put it in the bowl. Do I take the bowl out and then right click? Nope. Maybe I need a bucket. So if I need 2 for a quarter, and I need 6 more, yep, for a bucket, and then I can use the bucket on the thing, and then I can put it into 4 bowls. There we go. Where's my buckets? I have a lot of glare on my screen right now because of the afternoon sun. I'm going to pause and close the window. Alright, bowls are right there. We should be able to make some more. Stick this in there, like so. Pizza. Wheat. Okay. And then, is it a whole pizza to the elves? Yes. Alright. I think we made really good progress today. Pizza delivery. Nice. I think that's where we're going to end the episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.